It's the NFL Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They'll run it with Jones. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 61 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Kingsley Keke in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. After the sack on first down, Fields steps away to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
7 yards, the pickup there.
From the 16,
Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Fields now to throw.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. To try again after the sack.
Fields.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Now Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Able to find Lazard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Here's Fields. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Chris Barnes gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. Buying time to his left. That's complete to Mooney. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Fields. He finds Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Fields. Being chased out left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Fields. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. As the 1st half is winding down, and the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. This time they stay on the ground. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
And he rifles one incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up second down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give. This is Montgomery. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Fields dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos with the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. The dangerous Hill now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 73 yards on the ground for him so far. 2nd down, another shot for Jones.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Now it's Bird on the return. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back now at Soldier Field. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Rashawn Gary in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's Rodgers. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself...
Touchdown, Bears!
Justin Fields hooking up with Allen Robinson for the touchdown there.
And the Bears have taken the lead. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too, because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them were thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This complete to Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Open man, this is Lewis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Back to throw, Rodgers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. comes to Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown.